today you're going to be making a Google presentation, which is just like a PowerPoint, except it's Google's version. And what's great about it is you can simultaneously edit. So if there's 3 or 4 of you in a group, you can all work on the PowerPoint or the Google presentation file at the same time. So once you get to your computer and you get logged in, simply go to docs.google.com. And then you'll need to log in. You do have to use your entire email address, so that should be your username at g.coppellisd.com, and put in your password. The exception to this is if you are a student from New Tech, you will not go to docs.google.com. You will go log in through your normal portal to get to your Google account. Alright, once you sign in, it'll take you to your Google Docs homepage, which will have all of your Google Docs listed. And from here, only one person in your group should do this next activity. So if I'm the one designated to create the file, then I will be the only person in my group, and I will go to Create Presentation. And then I have a couple things I need to do in here before we get started on editing our presentation. I want you to pick a theme immediately. You can change it later if you want, so I'll just pick one for now and say OK. And now I've got a theme. The first thing you need to do is rename your presentation. So I will go up here to the top, and if I have chosen to do water conservation for my group, I will type in water conservation. Say OK. So after you've retitled your presentation, the next thing you're going to do is go over and share the presentation with Mr. Killen and all the other members of your group. So I'll click on the blue share button. And down here where it says add people, the first person you need to add is Mr. Killen. So start typing T for Tom, T-K-I-L-L-E-N, and you should see it pop up down here. You can click his name, and now this document will be shared with him. You also need to add everybody else in your group that will be collaborating on this document. So one of my group partners is Lynn, so I add her. Then I also add Dr. Fielder. And maybe I'm also going to collaborate on this with Miss Porter. So I find her and add her here. If you begin typing a name in and you don't see it, the student may be from New Tech. If you have a student from New Tech that you need to add, you will use their username, which they can tell you what that is. So for instance, mine might be jlakey at, and then you actually have to type their full email address in. So at newtech.coppellisd.com. So this bottom line right here is what a New Tech address will look like. So the full username at newtech.coppellisd.com. Then uncheck this box that says notify people via email, share and save, and then say OK when you get the warning. And you will get a second warning if you had to share with somebody from New Tech just saying this is outside of your domain. Say yes to that, that's fine. And now you should see a list right here of all the people who have access to your document. Simply click Done. Now when you go back to your home page, you should be able to see the presentation that you just created. And not only will the person who created it be able to see it, but every person that they shared it with will be able to see it too. So what's really nice is now I can add more than one slide to my presentation, and we can work on it at the same time. So I can be working on slide number 1 while Lynn logs in and works on slide number 2, and Dr. Fielder logs in and works on slide number 3, so that we can simultaneously edit and complete the project, which will help you since you're working in a very tight time frame today.